Good afternoon. We are on here to do another car chat today, and I actually titled this one. I'm going to try to start titling them beforehand. So yeah, today I literally again just thought of this a few minutes before putting the title, and what I want to speak on is the law of attraction. And you know, there's this movie on Netflix called The Secret, and I've spoke on this before. I would really highly recommend that movie. But basically, the theory behind this, which I don't believe it's a theory, I believe like this is like 100% fact. The theory behind this is the things that you think, the things that you say, the things you believe, etc. Those things directly affect your life. So an example, let's say you think, for instance, there's no such thing as a good man, or there is no such thing as a faithful man. If you're constantly believing that, thinking that, saying that, then you're probably not ever going to find a good man. Like, that's just to be completely honest with you, because you're putting that out in the universe, and you're probably not going to find a good man. And so yeah, to you it's going to seem like there's not a good man, but it's because of what you're putting out there is what is coming back to you. Kind of like karma, kind of like reaping what you sow, kind of like what you put out into the universe or whatever, like that's what's going to come back to you. So say if you're like, I'm never going to be anything in life, like I'm destined to not do anything with my life, I'm going to work dead-end jobs my whole life, like this is just how life is, then you're probably right. You're probably going to live that way because that's the way that you believe. However, if you start saying, you know what, I have a really messed up situation, I am doing real bad right now, but it doesn't have to be this way, it doesn't have to stay this way, and things can change, I can make a better life for myself, I can do X, Y, and Z, then that can happen. And it really goes back, I remember even early in elementary, they used to have this little saying, which I'm sure everyone has heard: if you believe, you can achieve. And I know that's so cheesy, yada yada, I get it, but y'all, there is so much truth to that. Like, the number one step to doing anything in life is believing in yourself. And then of course, yes, you have to put forth the work and all of that, but that's the number one step, is believing. If you don't believe that you can graduate high school, or you don't believe you can graduate college, or you don't believe that you're ever going to find a good man, you're probably not. And that's just being real. And for instance, I'll use myself as an example. Like, I grew up around let's say, a lot of dysfunctional relationships. I seen people cheating on one another, I seen violence, just all kinds of stuff growing up, a lot of things. And I came to a point, for a while, I believed that that's all there was. I believed no man could be faithful. I believed all men cheated. I believed that, I believed that stuff for a period of time. It wasn't until I started really, praying about things and working on things within myself and just different things, that I started to say, you know what, no, I refuse to believe that there's not a good man out there. I refuse to believe that there's not a man out there who could be faithful to me. I refuse to believe that. And I'm telling you guys, once I changed that mindset, I found my husband. And just a little backstory on that, that's something I prayed for. That's something that, gosh, I don't want to get emotional, but that's something that I prayed for. That's something that, I told myself that I was tired of being in bad relationships. I was tired of being hurt. And I said that I was going to be single until I found my husband. And y'all, this was at the age of 15. So that tells y'all anything about the stuff I've been through in my life. By the age of 15, I was already saying this because I'd been through so much already. And when I tell y'all, within a year of making my mind up and saying, you know what, I'm going to remain single until I find a husband. And I said a husband. I didn't say a boyfriend, like none of that. I said I want a husband. I want a family. I don't want to be a one-parent household. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do any of that. Like, I know I'm meant to be a wife. I know I'm meant to be a mom. Like, I want to spend my life with someone, build my life with someone. And that's exactly what happened. I found my husband, nothing but faithful, nothing but good to me the entire time that we have been together, 9 years. So it's all about changing your mindset and refusing to accept less than what you deserve. And you know, that's another part. I might have to do a whole nother video on that, about settling and, you know, knowing your worth and all that. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But whew, I can't believe I got choked up on that. But y'all, I can do a whole testimony on that whole situation that I was just talking about me and my husband. Like, it's a whole story behind all of that. And then also this thing is, like, let's say you do want to find a husband. You know, ask yourself, are you wife material? Of course, at 15, when I met him, 16, no, I wasn't technically wife material exactly, but mentally I was. Like, I knew what being a wife would entail, and I know this is really young, you know, all that, but that's what I wanted. That's what I knew I wanted. I didn't want to date people. I wasn't like the clubbing type. I wasn't none of that. I knew I wanted something solid, something secure. I wanted to build a life with someone. I wanted to start at the bottom, go to the top with someone. Like, that's what I wanted. I wanted that, like, high school sweetheart type of love that lasts forever, and that's what I found. But just ask yourself, you know, do you behave as a wife? Because if you want a husband, you know, how are you going to attract a husband when you're not acting like wife material? Are you going out to the club all the time? Are you messing with this person and that person? Are you caught up in drama all the time? You know, all these different things. Ask yourself if what you're doing is going to attract a husband. And like I said, you have to also believe that you are worthy of a husband. You have to believe that you are wife material. You are worthy of having a good husband. You are worthy of having a good man. You know, it all comes into that as well. So that's just a little bit of a law of attraction for y'all. So I hope that, I'm telling you, just go 24 hours. I've said this before. Go 24 hours without saying anything negative. You know, and you will realize how many times you have to catch yourself in one day. You know, and it could be something as simple as, oh man, this food is cold. Don't even say that. That's negative. Like, say, you know what? I'm just going to warm this food up real quick, you know, and be done with it. Like, don't let a single thing negative, no matter how little it is, don't let it come out of your mouth. Don't even think it. If you feel a negative thought coming in, like, you have to immediately X that out. And y'all, I do that on a daily basis because I constantly have things coming to my head, like, oh, I should be doing this, or oh, I need to do this, or whatever the case is. You gotta let those thoughts, you gotta cut them out. As soon as something comes in your head, like, oh, you know, whatever the case is, like, oh, you're no good at this, or oh, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this. Like, anytime that's coming in your head, exit out. Start thinking about something different. And I know it's hard to do, but it is doable because I do it every single day. And it really will change your life. You know, like I said before, 2018 has been a year of tremendous growth for me. And that's why I love the fact that I'm doing these videos, because I hope I can help others to grow as well. And, you know, just try that 24 hours of not saying a thing negative, not even thinking a thing that is negative, and see how your day goes. See how things start to change. You know, there's really power behind this, and I wouldn't be sharing this with you guys if I had not implemented it into my life, and I can see drastic changes. And when I say drastic, I mean drastic. Like, you will be amazed. And then, you know, after you do that day, you know, then you can just start trying to go off of that each day. Just try to recognize when you're saying something negative, or when you're thinking something negative, or whatever. You know, just really think about that. The same thing, you know, people will get on Facebook and have something negative to say about somebody or whatever. Don't even type it out. Don't leave the comment. Like, don't, you know, make the angry face on their post, or, you know, whatever the case is. Like, let that go. Like, we don't have time for anything but positive vibes, okay? Positive vibes all 2018, okay? Like, I know we're only like 7 months in. We're 7 months in. We're a little bit beyond. But hey, from now until the end of 2018, nothing but positive vibes. I hope y'all have a great day. And I hope this has helped somebody in some type of way. I hope y'all enjoy me getting on here, just sharing stuff with you guys. And yeah, don't forget to hashtag live if you catch this live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. If anything that I help you, anything that I share helps you in any type of way, feel free to share this video. It is public. You can share it with other people. If it's helping you, it could help somebody else. And that's what I'm doing this for. I'm not getting paid. I'm not doing this for my own benefit. I'm doing this solely from my heart to help others, and that's the only reason I'm doing it. And if you know me, you know this is not even up my alley whatsoever. Like, this is just not me to even be on a camera doing this right now. That's just not who I am. But like I said before, I feel like God is leading me to do this for some reason, and you know, putting this on me for some reason. So I hope I am doing what He is intending me to do. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day.